Buying a book? Which one do you need? I'll help you find. All we ask is that you find. Looks like the person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Oh, maybe buy a book next time?
That tree remained dead.
Ah, there you are, friend. You've been running so many errands lately. I'd like for you to take some useful items away with you. Examining the exhibits in the Seat of Divine Foresight inspired me to create this. I referenced some historical texts and concocted a medicine that can extend your lifespan and improve your health. I call it the Broomdew Concentrate Pellet. And I'd like you to have it. Consuming it will make your body light, agile, and promote longevity and well-being. As a nameless, it'll make your journey a much less arduous one. Well then, that's that. I've still got some other business to attend to, so shall we say goodbye for now? Perhaps the next time we meet, I'll be able to see you, in the true sense of the word.
Tastes a bit strange, but no adverse reactions so far. Wait a minute. Ugh, my head. What's happening? Something's wrong. I'm burning up. Feels like I can't breathe. Seems to be calming down a bit, but still uncomfortable. This doesn't seem right. I'd better talk to Qingzu at the Seat of Divine Foresight.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
What is your purpose for entering this?
There goes my head again. Is Danshu sure this broomdew is safe for consumption? What's happening? Isn't this the Seat of Divine Foresight? Why are there so many Mara struck here? No, I can't let them get near me.
Merciful Medicus!
Move carefully.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all! Ha! 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 Pretty good crowd today.
Let's go.
Secret of the Saints!
stars! You're finally awake. I thought we might lose you. I was so worried. You came into the seat of divine foresight and started brandishing your weapon. It looked like you'd lost control. As if you'd been stricken with Mara. There has to be something awry. Tell me what happened to you before arriving at the seat of divine foresight. From what you're saying, it seems like the gift she gave to you must be related to the disciple's prescription we examined earlier. But the healer who examined you just now said your body doesn't seem to have been affected. How strange. Could Shu be playing a trick on you? Or is her medicine somehow not working as planned? My advice is to come back later for another examination. It's a Disciples of Sanctus Medicus prescription after all. Who knows what healing effects it may have. I'll put out a wanted notice for Shu immediately. If you find any trace of her, get in touch with me. Take this D-Ting with you. It might just help you find this friend.
That tree remained dead.
Shu isn't here. Where could she be? I've got it. Shu's medicine box has her scent on it. I'll ask the D-Ting that Qingzu lent me to track her. Time to come out, little D-Ting. I need you to help me find Shu. That's Shu. With a group.
Master, stand back. Let me handle this.
Stand down. He's a friend.
Many of our brethren have fallen by his hands.
Yes, I am aware.
But
I said he's my friend. Leave us.
yes, Master.
I didn't expect you to come looking for me. The head. What a crude way of putting it. I am master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, scion of Merciful Medicus, and I shall lead the entire Xianzhou Alliance onto the path of abundance. Did you ingest the Broomdew concentrate pellet I gave you? Did you feel the shift? So many elixir seekers arrive on the Xianzhou in the hope of obtaining the formula to immortality. But none have succeeded. Their aspirations are well-founded. The Xianzhou does indeed harbor the secret to becoming immortal. I admire you, so I thought I'd give you the chance to obtain it. Upon ingesting the Broomdew concentrate pellet, you will feel the limitless freedom of the form bestowed upon you by Merciful Medicus. And yet, you don't sound any different. Your breaths are not prolonged, and your presence doesn't feel like it's been altered in any way. Why is that? Is your constitution somehow different from the average person? A Stellaron? That's impossible. Even if what you say is true. To host a Stellaron as a short-lived species would only spell an early demise. It looks like you are not fated to live a long life. Friend, please, I urge you to leave the Luofu. Abandon this struggle. The truth isn't what it appears to be. What did the minions at the seat of divine foresight tell you about this conflict? That the Rainbow Arbiter is the emissary of the righteous? That the Arbiter is chasing the heathen plague's author across the stars, while the disciples of Sanctus Medicus abet their heresy? Do you really think that is the case? You don't understand Merciful Medicus, nor the devilish archer author, but you understand me. Do you see me as such? A heretic? I do not ask for you to pick a side. I just wish for you to leave the Luofu, to leave this all behind. This isn't your fight, and I do not wish to make an enemy of you. Since neither of us is eager to engage in combat, let us respectfully part ways. I have been thinking. The devilish archer author is not a benevolent god, nor is Merciful Medicus a malevolent one. Your choice to align with Jing Yuan was simply due to meeting him first. Most unfortunate. Had you known me first, perhaps we could have been good friends.
Master, we should leave now.
I sincerely wish that this will be our last meeting. Farewell, Nameless.
I'd better report my findings to Qingzu at the seat of divine foresight.
How did it go? Did you manage to locate Don Shu? So you weren't able to apprehend her. I see. These people have been in hiding for so long. They must have a more nefarious plan. I've got to apprehend them quickly. Once again, thank you for all your help. With your intel, we will put a stop to Don Shu. Jing Yuan tells me you'll be joining the forces led by the Alchemy Commission and Master Diviner. I won't take up any more of your time. Please, take good care of yourself. If you run into Don Shu again, contact the nearest Cloud Knights. Take this as a token of my appreciation. You deserve it.
It's still early. Where to now?
How time flies.
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? Sharp as always.
I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the Arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it. Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles! There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the Arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, No one could know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knight's first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you. Indeed, this demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights. The Ambrosial Arbor is taboo for the Luofu, and the Xianzhou Alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff. Besides, this is not my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering. Wait, Miss Tingyun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Your life is more important, Miss T.
Clemency? Never heard of it. Let's make it quick. Yeah!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
There it is.
Step aside. I have no interest in...
Time to turn up the volume.
Time for a detailed overhaul.
Let's go.
Batter up!
Who goes there?
Keep up with my tempo! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Ha!
Clemency? Never heard of it. Step aside. I have no interest in...
Let's rock! Come one, come all. You won't get away!
What about this?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Nothing.
Turn it off! Yay, we did it! Can't see the smoke anymore.
Excellent. I'll lead my troops to the rendezvous.
This will strengthen our...
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Don Shu. It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Lafu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords' Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the ambrosial arbor first descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords' Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo!
Let's make it quick.
Let's rock!
Just a scratch. Let's go.
Merciful Medicus, hear my call.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Rules are made to be broken!
Come one, come all.
Clemency, never times now.
Death, arrogance, life. Your lifespan ends here.
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume!
Why? She said... The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that... Vantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance. Surely you can
withstand the blessing of destruction. Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager Fantilia.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
I have come with a single purpose. To set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
Miss Ting Yun is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be? Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together.
This song's just for you. Let's rock! You won't get away! Turn up the volume!
Let's go.
Batter up!
You are fortunate that Zethro and Selenova never set their gaze upon the
Clemency?
Xianzhou.
Never heard of it.
They have no qualms about dealing out destruction by their own hand.
The truth of life and death.
But since that stubborn General Briggs has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon. But I have an important job. I'm sure my friends will be happy to entertain.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! One at a time! Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo!
Step aside.
Time for a detailed overhaul. This song's just for you. Turn up the volume.
Let's make it quick.
Batter up!
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Phantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Phantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Ting Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting Yun, it does raise the question of why Phantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting Yun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Phantilia's goal: to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen, planting a Stellaron in the Luofu, all part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Phantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste.
Looks good. It's still early. Where to now?
Real time. Everything okay? Huh? Why is D-Ting talking to you? I've always been nice to cute little animals. I think I'm a better fit, that's all. Never mind. No need to get offended. The first time we met D-Ting was during the Kafka hunt. I could tell there was a mysterious connection between us. Whenever he barked, I understood what he wanted to say. For example, woof woof, woof 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 woof. Meaning, hello dear, I found a strange thing at the port of Cloudford. You may want to come and have a look for yourself. D-Ting can convey a lot of information with only a few sounds. So what did D-Ting find at the port? Come on, let's go check it out.
time is now.
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume. You won't get away. One at a time.
Little Deeting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange. So what does he want us to take a look at?
This is Yang Xiang, retainer to General Jing Yuan. I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly, so I've planted this Jade Tracer to record my whereabouts, in case I lose contact. If anyone finds this tracer, please take it to the seat of Divine Foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
Ah, so it's a recording device. Deeting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate. He looks about 8 or 9 years old, and he's already the General's retainer? The Xianzhou really does have some child prodigies, huh? Given everything that's been happening on the Xianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter. I wonder how he's getting along.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven. I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they saw anything. Captain, could you spare a moment?
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of Divine Foresight?
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my duty to share the burden. Nothing new to report, I assume?
Correct. After this Blade escaped from the shackling prison, he disappeared into thin air. I wonder if he's even still on the ship.
Or perhaps he had no intention of escaping in the first place.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the General.
This is a covert operation.
Then shall we dispatch a few knights for this operation of yours?
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people who know about a covert operation, the better. Making a big show of it will only scare the snake deeper into the grass. A good hunter must operate alone. Dispatch a few knights. Huh. How incapable does he think I am? I might be young now, but just you wait. The perimeter is well guarded, but there are no traces of the fugitive passing through. It seems he has no intention of leaving the Luofu for the time being. If the Psy Crane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. That's no longer an option.
The Skyfaring Commission really made a mess of this. Who knows if we'll ever find all these missing ships. Starskips are blocked from entering or exiting. There's no way the fugitive got through. But if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on starskiffs to travel between different delves. If we start by investigating the starskiff he stole, maybe we can get a lead. Guess it's back to the docks again. Bad writing, terrible pacing. Wait! What was I supposed to be doing again? Focus, Yanxiang. You can't let... Looks like the influence of the Stellarons.
Time for some swordplay! Strike with heart!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Keep up with my tempo!
Playing dead? What a childish trick.
So, how many of my blade in flight?
Step aside.
What's this? This kind of wound is not the work of a Cloud Knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces. Here, Duting, let's follow the scent. Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the Cloud Knights? Hey, don't panic! I'll get you out of there!
Time for some swordplay! Strike with heart!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume!
Let's go.
So, how many of my moves can you block? Blade in flight!
Step aside.
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo!
Batter up!
Huh? They were on their feet a second ago.
Thank you for your assistance, young man.
Just doing my job. The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came to reunite with them and relive old times. Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
You chose a bad time to visit, I'm afraid. There's been an incident. It won't take long for the General to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here? You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yun Cheng. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jing Liu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jing Liu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
Where exactly are we headed, young...
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe. So, are you from one of the other Xianzhou ships? The Yaoqiang? The Fanghu?
I'm from the Xiangcheng.
The Songcheng? There's a ship called the Songcheng? Why haven't I heard of it? Miss Jing Liu, how long has it been since you last set foot on the Luofu?
Are you always this talkative?
Just making conversation. I wanted you to know I was still here. Let's get going, miss. Careful.
Where do we go from here?
Shh, quiet. We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss. I'll be right back. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
You've come at the perfect time, little one. You can use your blood to irrigate the celestial traces.
Pretty good crowd today.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson. Where did these guys come from? Huh, the General was right. There's a threat lurking on the Xianzhou itself.
You are quite the swordmaster, young man.
You saw that?
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade. I'll wager the Cloud Knights capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time. Number few indeed.